The heartland of American racing comes alive as the Outcast Gen 4 League roars into the Worldwide Technology Raceway for a throwback showdown. Fire up those legendary stock cars and get ready for the old school NASCAR action on one of the most challenging ovals in this sport. It's a track like no other, located just outside of St. Louis in Madison, Illinois. It's a 1.25-mile egg-shaped oval that demands respect and rewards bravery. With 11 degrees of banking in turns 1 and 2 and just 9 degrees in 3 and 4, this asymmetrical layout keeps drivers constantly adapting to their line. So why don't you think New Hampshire meets Phoenix with just a touch of Darlington's iconic character? There it is right there on the screen. These Gen 4 cars have raw, mechanical, and unforgiving characteristics. They were built for tracks like this. No computer aids, no driver assist, just pure throttle and steering that feels unbelievable as you wrestle 3,400 pounds of American muscle through each corner. These tight radiuses of 1 and 2 will test your braking, while sweeping turns 3 and 4 reward commitment and courage. You don't want to miss this battle. Whether you're a fan of classic NASCAR or discovering the beauty of these Gen 4s racing for the first time, this Gateway Clash promises hard racing and unforgettable moments. So lock in, choose your driver, and witness these competitors honor the golden era of stock car racing. Welcome in, everybody. I am the Glad Dad here with Simply Stinfly. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Dude, love the intro. That was electric. I am so fired up to see these boys not only take on the Gen 4 car, but take on Gateway. Tuesday's race was packed full of action, and I can't wait to see what unfolds here tonight, man.
Absolutely. Let's get down here trackside. I'm looking to see some of these drivers out here. Check this cat out right here. Currently in the #1 spot is Brandon Brock. No surprise there. And we got Kyle Franklin. Let's go ahead and get these best times up for you. Get that tower rolling. Kyle Franklin in the 2nd spot. Eric Johnson currently on pit road, but he is 3rd fastest tonight. And Aaron Sellers, he's been on a hot streak here as of late. Currently 4th fastest. And we've got a sight for sore eyes here. Rob Hartley in the 46, returning for the first time in Season 3. Glad to have him back. Currently 8th fastest out there, so hasn't lost any of the speed on his off time. Brian Ziemer's out here, currently 10th fastest. And we've got Joshua Newman out here as well. But Chase, let's go ahead and check out the championship standings, shall we?
Oh yeah, man.
Check this out. After race number 4, Brandon Brock leads the way by 5 points over Kyle Franklin. Jacob Answorth 14 back in the 3rd place. Eric Johnson 4th, 18 back. Shannon Donathan 5th, just 34 points back. If he has a good race tonight, he can definitely leapfrog some of these guys. Charles Wilson sitting in 6th. Josh Newman in 7th. Aaron Sellers, I don't see why he can't gain a couple of spots tonight if he's makes some good choices. Terry Litweiler 9th, and Drew Kuhn bringing up the tail end in 10th place in the standings. But, you know, Chase, it's only race. This is race number 5 out of 13. Plenty of time. There's plenty of time to make the championship.
Yes, sir. And there's a ton of points up for grabs like we've talked about in the past. Yeah, it's all about making the right decisions and also kind of, you know, betting on the not so popular strategy, or maybe making some bold passes, maybe giving a couple little door handles here and there. The season's really spicing up here on the back half now that we've went over the hump of halfway through the regular season, and all of those guys in the top 10, it's amazing, but they're all within striking distance. There's nobody that's out of it, you know what I mean, until the postseason begins. It's all the way down to the very last race, and we're coming up on it quick, Adam.
Oh yeah, man. And these races just keep getting more and more exciting. You know, these drivers keep pushing the envelopes with these strategies. It's just unbelievable. You know, they're racing on pit road, they're racing on the track. Just there's battles everywhere in the championship. I mean, everybody's fighting for bonus points. You know, I see people out there, you know, they're saving fuel to try to get that bonus point for leading a lap, because if they don't, they're going to get left in the dust. They're going to lower their chances on that, or they're going to lower their positions on the championship. And you know, they need to grab every point they can.
That's exactly right, man. And as the season races dwindle down here in the regular season, you're only going to see that intensity get cranked up more and more the closer we get, because it's almost crunch time. I'm going to be honest. I know it's only just past halfway in the season, regular season, but you don't want to get caught and dig yourself a hole that you're at a points deficit and you really have to dig in. But if you stay consistent and stay smart, just like you said, make the right decisions. But it's just about time in the season that you're going to have to start, you know, taking some bets and pushing all your chips in to make sure you're in the right spot.
You said it best, Chase. You have to do that. And you know what? You can't start. I mean, you can start now, but you should have started on the first race of the season. It's just that tough here in the series.
Yeah. 100%, dude. And I mean, as the seasons, this is our third season. As the seasons keep rolling along, you see the bar getting higher and higher, and the pack getting tighter and tighter on skill, strategy, execution, and making the right calls. So every little step, every little misstep, that can really come back to bite you in such a packed up field like this. The margins are small and the intensity is high. That's why we come here to watch, you know, because it's really getting down to it, man, and I couldn't be more excited.
Absolutely, man. This is going to be a good race tonight. These cars are definitely on edge. Let's see if we can't get in the booth with us. If I can find this car there. There it is right there. See if we can't pull this cat in the booth. Drew Kuhn, Glatdad, and Chase in the booth. You got us?
What's going on, gentlemen?
Man, how we doing tonight? Looking pretty solid there, sitting in 7th fastest right now in practice.
Yeah, man, it's slick. Ooh, the car's, it's sketchy. I don't know if I can maintain that the whole race, but we're gonna try.
Well, you know, it's time to start pushing that envelope. You are sitting 10th in the points, as we just showed on the broadcast. So you're up there within striking distance, man. If you have a good race, like last week, you had a really good race. You were fast, stayed up in the pack, close to the front. You were really fast, but tonight's gonna be your track. It's gonna be your night.
Yeah, I'm shooting for at least a top 5 tonight. You know, like I did. I'd like a repeat of Tuesday night in the trucks.
Yes.
Just go out there and be patient and keep my car in one piece. And we'll see how it goes.
Well, hopefully some good luck arises for you, sir. And Chase, you got anything for this old cat here?
The man in the silver bullet, for one. Love paint, always crispy. Pinnacle Wraps, check them out on iRacing, on Facebook. They're all over the place, and more and more people are stacking in there to get a slick paint. And you brought it up. I do agree. Tuesday night worked out really good for you. Couple little mishaps here and there, but you recovered really, really well. You kept speeding the truck. And I'm going to be honest, I think this Gen 4 suits your driving style a little more. Being a little on the loose end, you know, keeping control of it, you know, keeping the grip. And, just maybe take us through what you're thinking to make it to the end here.
It's funny you said that because, I mean, last season I did not like a loose car at all, and now that I've gotten more used to it, it's actually a lot easier to drive, and it is faster.
Yeah, man.
And this type of track, for some reason, man, like just the smaller tracks that require a little more skill, I've been able to excel in, whether I've
Yeah, man.
practiced them or not. I hadn't had any practice in the Gen 4 on this track before tonight. I ran a few laps before the practice session started, which I hadn't even been home from work for too long. And I jumped on there and ran a few laps. Might have been yesterday, actually. And then I ran a few laps tonight, but I hadn't had a whole lot of practice, but for some reason they just seemed to click. So hopefully I can capitalize on that and have a good night tonight.
100%, man. Well said. And that's the cool thing about the Outcast. We see the development and, the honing of the skills. And we've seen it 100% with you, just like you said, from even last season. There's been leaps and bounds of gaining speed, consistency, and also strategy calls that you're making are right on the money. So hopefully you can put it all together tonight in that silver bullet number 21. Come on.
We're going to try. We're going to try.
Amen, brother. Well, good luck out there. Go get you some qualifying laps down, and we'll see where you shake out, buddy.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, and that was Drew Kuhn. Let's see what he's going to do here in qualifying. Let's get down to trackside. Matt Markland currently in the top spot. Nope, now it's Shannon Donington. Shannon Donington went up 33.5.
The margins are going to be razor thin in qualifying here. Just like Drew was saying, man, it really looks like this track is a handful, even on new tires, just because of this Generation 4 Cup car that we drive on Thursdays here. This thing's a wicked beast with a ton of horsepower and not a lot of downforce.
Yes,
it's definitely a driver's car, 100%. Eric Johnson jumps up to the top spot with a 31.13, and Mr. 88 himself, Aaron Sellers, with a 33.28, hot on his heels.
Not too bad. Oh, Rob Hartley's going to split them now in second place.
Who's that new guy up there in P2? Robert Hartley back in action, boy, and making some noise up in P2. I love to see it. Great to have you back, Robert. Good to see you. That's slick number 46. Ford Racing Machine, Generation 4 Cup car. That's a mean, mean machine right there, boy.
Yes, it is. Got Steve Giberson out here. Currently 12th. Joshua Newman on track.
Speak of the devil, that number 21 just popped a 33.34 to put him in the 6th spot.
How about
that? Silver
that?
Bullet, man. He won't be denied. I love it.
Ronnie Welchel. Currently in 19th. Well, 20th now. Brandon Brock out on track. Getting them tires warmed up.
Critical. It's a critical step of a qualifying lap as your prep coming to the green. Take care of them on lap 1. Don't push too hard, but you don't want to be slow. Like I said, the margins are thin. And then that second lap, sometimes in certain cars, your second lap's going to be the hot one, and sometimes it's almost looking like the first lap is going to be the burner because the tires just can't take the temperature and the abrasiveness of the track today.
Yeah, unless you're cool, calm, and collected on that first lap, just putting a little bit of heat in them, then, I think you'll be good. But, yeah, I think the first lap's going to be the best lap.
And that puts a lot of pressure on the driver. You know, if you're using your first lap out of 2, so half of your run to prep those tires, the second one has to be absolute on a ballpoint pen. Perfect.
Yes.
Brian Zemer jumping up to the third spot with a 33.23. Only 1/10 off of the pole lap and only 100th behind second place, number 46, Robert Hartley. Looks like Brandon Brock in the 3-piece, slotting in ninth place, coming up here for his second lap. Let's see if he improves at all. Here he comes.
Second.
Brandon Brock up to the second spot with a 33.15, 200ths away from the pole spot of the number 18, Eric Sweet Heat Johnson, baby. Man, that is less than a blink of an eye, Adam.
Yes, it is. That's really, really close on time. And all these drivers right here, really, really close. And here's Rob Hamilton out here on track. And Ryan Fuchs.
1/2 of a second, 0.5 of 1 second is separating the top 14 drivers. 13 drivers. That's incredible. Like I said, this pack, top tier, absolute all out speed all the way through the pack. Like everybody. This is awesome. This is going to be a heck of a race, man.
No doubt about it. Tuesday night was really, really good. And I guarantee you tonight's going to be even better.
I agree with this combo, Adam. It's going to be a very, very delicate dance on, do you want to push, make these passes? But if you make too many, you're just going to give them right back because your car and your tires are not going to be singing at the same tune, if you know what I'm saying, man. It's going to be tough on these wheelmen out here tonight.
Oh, no doubt about it. As we've got 3 minutes left here in qualifying, and the only person that has not turned a lap is Brian Welchel. As
Old
we look up
B-dubs
there,
in the 53 car, letting the tension build. Let's see if he jumps out there at the last second to take this top spot.
we'll see.
Look at those margins scrolling through the top here. 0.076,
Yes.
0.097, 0.101. Like, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's about right here. Actually, pin perfect. You can't get on the throttle too early. One little slip and you're losing a couple hundredths. We're talking about hundredths of a second, thousandths of a second separating all of these guys from the top to the bottom of the grid here.
Yes, sir. And Chase, we are back with these webcams now that we've got a good solid connection tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Got Ronnie Welchel out there in that VR.
Smile for the camera, boys.
Yes, sir. He's going to be looking. There he is with the wave. Good luck
Hey,
tonight,
buddy.
sir. And we've got Eric Johnson, old Sweet Heat, currently sitting at the top of the board. I don't think nobody's going to knock him off. We've got Steve Giberson out there. He's also with the VR. Very nice rig there.
Steve, the man.
And check out this cat. First time on the webcam. Aaron Sellers.
Oh, he's locked in,
Yep.
communicating with the
And
team.
we got Rob Hamilton out here. He's got his headset on. There he is, giving us a wave. Got his
The
headset on.
one-screen wonder.
Yep.
The one-screen wonder right there. That's a bro, dude.
Yep. Got 5 drivers out there tonight. Good luck to you guys. You're going to need it.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
Apparently, everybody says the track is terrible tonight.
Oh, we love to hear that, don't we, Adam?
Yep. 78, so we'll say 79-degree track temp out there tonight. Not too
Ooh.
bad. I don't know what these guys are talking about.
Yeah, they'll be all right. It's good for them.
Let's see, here we go. It's time for the grid. Let's go ahead and close that down. As we look at the top of the pace car, looking back at these beautiful Gen 4 cars. Let everybody get gridded up here. And we're going to be ready to roll out, like Ludacris says.
Me and my homie.
See Brandon Brock already ready to go. But if you'll notice here, what does this say? The top three, Brandon Brock, Kyle Franklin, and Jacob Answorth, those guys, they're getting an EOL, regardless of their qualifying position. Because what do we do here in the Outcast Chase? The top three always get an EOL.
Send them to the back.
That's right. Let's go ahead here and get into the grid. Starting at P1 is going to be Eric Johnson. To his outside is going to be Brandon Brock. Starting third, Rob Hartley. Fourth is Brian Zemer. Starting in the third row, Aaron Sellers in fifth, Jacob Answorth in sixth. Starting in row four, Cale Peterson seventh, Kyle Franklin in eighth. Drew Coon's going to be starting in the ninth position. To his outside in 10th, Matt Markland. 11th is going to go to Shannon Donathan. 12th, James Watson. Row 7, Rob Hamilton 13th, Jordan Massey 14th. Rob Williams in the 15th spot, David Vodka in 16th. Charles Wilson's going to roll off in 17th. Steve Giverson in 18th. Joshua Newman in 19th. Clarence Norton in 20th. Ryan Fuchs 21st. Tim Freet 22nd. Dalton Hall 23rd. Ronnie Welchel 24th. And that's going to be it.
25 strong, taking on a wicked, crazy Gen 4 car. A lot of brave souls out there tonight.
Yes, yes, yes. And we like it.
Yes, we do. It's just about go time, ladies and gentlemen. Get your snacks ready. Get everything placed. Don't move a muscle. You're not going to want to miss a single lap of this. It's going to be awesome.
They're running one extra pace lap tonight. Get everybody in the right order. Get these EOLs issued. As you can see, it's going to
take them for an extra parade lap so they can wave at the fans on the way by before they lock in.
That's right. And it's going to be a hoot, I can promise you that.
Somebody tell that pace car to get off the track. I'm ready to go. Come on.
Coming down the back stretch right now. Pace car's going to be heading off here shortly. NSA Hawkeye, how are y'all in the booth this evening? We're doing fantastic. How about you?
Great to see you out there, Hawkeye.
Here we go. Pace car's off. Chase. Drivers coming out into the restart zone right now. Green flag in the air. 115 laps here tonight. Oh, Brian Zemer
around. Send it or end it, boys. We didn't make it to turn 1. Woo. I don't know if Brian Zemer spun up his tires or what, but he seemed to really stack up that outside row and he went for a ride.
Yeah, let's take a look here. See what happened. Brian Zemer on the outside. In the front row. It looks like he missed a shift.
Oh. Unfortunate for the 55 machine of Brian Zemer so early in the race, but that gives him time to recover, go in and put the team to work and get that thing patched up with a little bit of that Kentucky chrome.
Doesn't look too bad. Get back out there. We got it.
That's right. Couple whacks of the rubber mallet on some of those fenders, she'll be A-okay here at Gateway.
Phantom X79 can say we've all probably have done that. I've done it. I've done it to the Outcast guys. I can promise you that.
I've done that more times than I even want to mention.
Yep, I remember one time racing with the Outcast guys in the Gen 4s at Charlotte, and I took out Ronnie Welchel, Terry Litweiler, and I started on the outside exactly like Brian Zemer did and cleaned their clocks.
And then guess what? I guarantee Terry T-Lit was saying, on the list. Well,
Yes.
We'll rack them and restack them and get ready for round number 2 of this green flag drop here, man. Everybody gets to take a deep breath, couple extra laps under caution, and yeah, we'll get it ready to send it again.
That's right. Well, Rob Hartley got caught in that because Brian Zemer came across his nose, but you know what? It doesn't look bad. There we go.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
This is what the spotter would see in the binoculars. This is on top of the spotter stand.
I love that shot. That's a true real-world spotter stand up in the crow's nest.
And this is a blind spotter. There we go. I've got our spotter sitting on top of the broadcaster's box. So this is exactly what these guys would see.
Phantom 79 said these cars are surprisingly durable. That's right, they're built for tough. That's right. It's that classic Gen 4 pure grit and horsepower. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Yeah, from the back row, that's right. All right, everybody, take a deep breath. Let's refocus.
Yep.
Let's recenter.
We got the 18 and the 46 starting in the front row this time. The 51, the 88, second row, 78 and 68, third row.
Everybody's going to be minding their P's and Q's coming to the green here this time, I guarantee it.
Green flag in the air.
Looks like a clean start from the back half of the field here. That's a good sign. Let's see if we can get this thing rolling now.
Yes, Eric Johnson waited till after the start-finish line to move up to get that nice arc into the turn 1. Check this out, 51 underneath the 46 already. Oh, the 51 with some bad nose damage, though, Chase. Maybe he was the one that got into Zemer. 46 looks pretty clean. The 51's destroyed on the front of that nose.
That is really going to affect the way that car is behaving in the corners. And if you get the right amount on the right spot of the car, it could really tear into your tires, which that's already going to be an issue with a perfectly spotless car, let alone something nursing damage.
Oh, we got a bad wreck back here in the back.
Oh, man, whole bunch of cars fanning out.
Brandon Brock also fanned out, and I want to say, I'm not sure who that was, Josh Newman. Josh Newman missing a bumper.
And also Brian Zemer collected in the back half of that also. It looks like he's going to stay on track, though. Joshua Newman took the worst of it, it looks like.
Here we go. Check this out. Zemer just loose.
Still nursing that damage from that earlier contact at the start there. It's turning out to be a long night for the 55 machine of Brian Zemer.
Rob Hartley, 3/10 back from Eric Johnson. Glad to see Hartley back out here on track.
Seems like he hasn't missed a beat, being hot on the heels of the leaders up towards the pointy end of the pack here.
That's right. And things are getting argy-bargy here as the 78 and the 51 are battling. 51 can't be doing good, Chase. He's got all that damage. Oh, 78 way loose. Coming off the corner of 4.
Whoo-wee. The 24 down into the infield and cutting up towards the track, and he makes contact. Turn 1 and 2.
Oh, David Vodka up against the wall.
Vodka. It almost looked like I think he lost that halfway down the straightaway because he cut down onto the apron through the grass and shot back up onto the track. I'm interested to see what caused that. It was a strange place. Maybe on the brakes too hard, or
man, he got into Jordan Massey. Jordan Massey, he's going to the infield care center. No doubt about that.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to get a couple of second opinions on the condition of the driver there. That was a hard lick. It really almost looked like he may have had an issue with maybe his screens or his wheel locking up, because that car just darted left. I don't think there's any sporadic failures on the cars in this.
Take a look here
in this program.
I've seen this on the old NASCAR games, but this is ridiculous.
That was one of the Mario Kart Rainbow Road shortcuts right there.
And we've already got 3 drivers out here with no bumpers on the front. We've got some guys pitting, though.
Yes, we do. We have some early takers, maybe to top off on some fuel. Working some early race strategy here. Could pay off for them later, Adam.
That's right. Jordan Massey, no bumper. Rob Hamilton looking good, though. Charles Wilson out here. They're going to grab some service. We're going to see here. Do they take tires? They're going to take fuel. Oh, yes, indeed. Fuel only for these drivers. And we got a mix of Gen 4s and modifieds tonight.
I see what you did there. You about snuck that by me. Some modifieds. That's right. No nose. Right. That's some slick stuff, Glad Dad.
Miss Slappin' Tickle in the chat. He sent it. What a legend. Yeah, Mrs. Slappin' Tickle. He sent it and he entered.
Yes, he did.
NSA
what
Hawkeye.
A legend.
I think he was having issues on Tuesday. Yeah, I think so. I don't think David raced. I think he was having issues at the beginning of that.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he was one of our guys that went out for qualifying but ran out of time.
Yes.
He might still be battling those issues, unfortunately, tonight. Very unfortunate for Jordan Massey also. He was the unlucky contestant that was on the outside of the track there as he cut through the infield. Wasn't much he could do. Didn't see it coming.
It's going to be the 18 and the 46 once again. The 88 and the 51. And Drew Kuhn up 3 spots. James Watson up 7 spots. And check out this cat right here, Chase. Look at this guy. A new guy here at Outcast. Clarence Norton.
Welcome in, Clarence. Making a
12
nice, quiet
spots.
march.
He's up 12 spots from the drop of the green flag.
12. Well, I'd take that back. That's a not so quiet march to the front. This man is making a statement.
Here we go. Green flag in the air. Aaron Sellers with a nice jump over the 46. It's going to take command of that second spot. But can he hold it? Rob Hartley is known in the Outcast League as a long run driver. Marklin, Watson battling side by side here, coming out of 2. I'm sorry, 4. Nose to
And
tail.
there's the man. There's the man in the silver bullet, number 21. We talked to him pre-race, and he seemed pretty confident, making a move underneath the 51, pushing him up the track into the dirty stuff, and book it, put it in the books. That's P5 for the 21. And it looks like the 51's dropping fast. He lost a lot of momentum coming there off of 2, battling with the 21, but let's see if he can collect it coming through 3 and 4 here. Not quite the grip up there yet. This track is so smoking hot, man. At 83 degrees already, the sun is baking this pavement tonight.
See Kyle Franklin moving up. He's only moved up
On
one
the
spot.
28 really loose or the 78 rather, really loose out of turn 2 there. It's going to lose a bunch of spots. Threw up a bunch of smoke. There, excuse me.
'78 gonna rally back though.
Gathered her back up and got the momentum back, and he's working the bottom on the 51 here. The slick camera work from Glatdad watching this battle between the 78 and 51. Oh, he's in the wall just slightly going into 1 there.
Eric Johnson out to a 4/10 lead.
That 88's not letting him get comfortable. I'll tell you that.
not.
He's keeping just enough heat on him.
I see Jacob Answorth back here battling with Steve Giberson.
Just kind of noticing the trends here early in the run still yet, but I think as these tires wear out on these Gen 4 cars, if you hang the bottom later in the run, I really think they're going to struggle with keeping the power down. With so much horsepower, once the tires start going, it's hard to wrap the bottom of the track. That's the preferred line right now, but I would almost put money on that they're going to start walking up the track as these tires really lose their optimal grip. As that 74 hucks it down to the bottom again. He's going to try to make it stick this time through 3 and 4 on the 51 truck of Matthew Markland. Looks like he's going to make it stick. Crossing the start-finish line now. Great pass.
74 moving up, though. And now he's contending with the 83 of Clarence Norton.
Norton with a big moment off of 2 there. He seems to be searching the high line for some grip and got really tight off of 2, and he got on the throttle to try to keep the 74 underneath him, and it stepped out big. That just goes to show you how much momentum you can lose in such a small mistake there. But
back up front, Eric Johnson now with a 7/10 lead over second place Aaron Sellers. But check this cat out. Drew Kuhn picked up 6 spots. He's now roaring up into 3rd position. Kyle Franklin. Being cool, calm, and collected, not turning the wheel too hard and making it tight.
being very decisive with the wheel input, and I'm sure he's doing the same with the brake and the throttle inputs also. Very skilled driver at saving his stuff for the long run.
And let's check out Kel Peterson here. Kel's running a little bit higher line, about a half a lane up compared to what Franklin's running. And definitely working the wheel a little bit more.
Whew.
Oh, I looked in the back. Brandon Brock hard in the wall. I saw it in the rearview mirror of Kel Peterson's car. All I saw was the 3 going up and smacking the wall.
I think you hit the nail on the head in the pre-race, Adam. These corner exits in 2 and 4 are going to really make or break your long run speed. Cooking the tires off or getting friendly with the wall could do that too, as we saw with the 3-piece a little bit further back from Franklin and Peterson.
If he's not careful, he's going to be bringing it home in more than 3 pieces.
Amen on that.
Let's go back up here and check. Still 8 tits up.
And we see the 20 taking a peek. 20 of Cale Peterson taking a peek on the number 15. I couldn't read his number there. Looks like Ryan Fuchs holding steady on the top line. I think I definitely am seeing some guys searching for some speed a little bit further up the track, maybe a little more of an arcing line into the corner.
Yeah, Ryan Fuchs, this is not for position. Ryan Fuchs is a lap down.
The 20 of Cale Peterson with a big moment exiting 4 there. That's really going to be rough on his tires,
And
especially with a lapped car.
That's going to allow the 11.
He's not going to be happy about that.
The 11's closed up now. The 20 still battling the 15.
Sent her in there, man, trying to walk him up the track a little bit, and the 15 is not having any of it. He's going to crowd him up a little bit. And you know what the number 11 of Kyle Franklin is saying back there. He's like, go ahead and cook your tires, number 20. We're battling for position as he's taking a look.
Underneath.
The 20 gets really deep into 1 and 2. Let's see if he pushes it 3 wide. Go for it, Franklin.
Franklin won't do that.
Yeah.
He won't do that. Not this early in the race. You can see Ryan
I
Fuchs.
love that camera shot.
Ryan Fuchs not giving an inch. He doesn't care if he's a lap down. And he lets him
He's
go.
out there to race. That's right.
Kel Peterson's used his stuff up. Couldn't get
Those
back in the
tires
throttle.
are
The 11 gets
those
back in the
tires are
throttle.
not happy at all right now.
Kyle Franklin's going to go on around. That's going to put him up to the 4th position. Kyle Franklin now to the bumper of the 21. Oh, 21 way loose on the exit there. Woo! Yeah. Jinx.
Yeah.
Drew Kuhn way loose there. Pushing that car hard. You can see just how much wheel Drew Kuhn's putting in, even on the straightaway. This thing is uncontrollable. Oh, he downshifted.
Oh, that's a brave move, Adam, with all this horsepower underneath the hood of these Gen 4 cars. That is a very risky business there from the 21 Silver Bullet.
Oh, and he downshifts in 3 and 4. I've never seen that before, ever. With a short shift. Not sure that helps or hurts. And let's check on Kyle Franklin, see how smooth he's being on the wheel. Smoothest here at this track definitely pays off. Turning that wheel too much will heat them tires up. Kyle Franklin literally letting the car rotate down in the corner. He's not even turning the wheel, Chase, and the car's rotating a quarter of the way in the corner.
He seems to really have a good feel for the brake pedal. Just watching his wheel inputs here, if you set the brake, you're able in these cars and a lot of the cars on iRacing, you're able to, it's called brake bias, where you can dial the pressure percentages from the front to the rear. If you dial that a little more rearward, if you get on the brake pedal gently with firm, consistent pressure, that'll kind of bring the rear of the car around without having to turn the front wheels just from that brake pressure imbalance being dialed towards the rear. I think from what it looked like in the cockpit cam there, Adam, it looked like he has a really good handle on that.
Yes, he does, Chase. Yes, he does. Oh, 88 loose out of 2. 21 also loose out of 2. The 88,
Adam,
though.
these boys are battling these cars right now and the track. It's up to 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
I wanted to get hotter, to tell you the truth.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little too cool out there. Let's put these boys to the test. Let's keep that sun out.
Look here at the biggest gainers. Clarence Norton up 10 spots. Dalton Hall up 10 spots. Ronnie Butchell's gained 8. Steve Giberson 7. But let's take a look here. The fastest. Last lap, Kyle Franklin the fastest. Brandon Brock and David Vodka running the exact same lap times, but Kyle Franklin fastest on track. Kyle Franklin with the fastest 5-lap average. The man is on the move.
I think it's a big payoff. The point that you brought up the last time we were in the cockpit of the number 11 car, it's the consistency and the slow, deliberate movements of the wheel that I think are paying off late in the run here.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, the 3 with a big moment back here coming out of 4. Seems to be losing ground. Rob Hartley's dropped all the way back to 8th. Let's check on a guy new to the league, Dalton Hall. Up 10 spots to 13th position. And Clarence Norton.
Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Clarence Norton also up 10 spots in the top 10, having a really good run so far tonight.
It's really great to see that the newcomers, those are 2 of our newest members here at the Outcast League, making some noise, making some waves. Both of them, Dalton Hall and Clarence Norton, up 10 spots, just as you said, Adam. It's good to see some new blood in here, making sure everybody's up on their top game.
Yes, and they are definitely making a statement tonight, no doubt about it. As we're overlooking James Watson in 9th. But I'm watching this gaggle of cars right here. You know, Drew Kuhn, Brandon Brock, Rob Hartley, Jacob Answorth. Don't look yet, though. Oh, go ahead.
You can see some of these drivers really tiptoeing around these corners here, man. It's you can definitely see who's kind of wore their stuff out, and they're having to back it down a little bit just to try to save to the end of this fuel run.
Well, Chase, I can tell you somebody that ain't backing down, and that's that 11 right there of Kyle Franklin.
Kidding, man.
He's caught him. He's caught Aaron Sellers and Eric Johnson, not nearly as fast as he was. Aaron Sellers has caught him.
See, this is a great example here of having consistent pace. You know, you'll get those guys that'll jet off, get a 2-3 second lead, but then their stuff is cooked by the end of the fuel run. This number 11 is really putting on an example of having steady pace, not burning it up, but not falling too far behind. And now he's right up here in 3rd, really threatening these guys, putting on the pressure on them, Adam.
Yeah, it won't be long now. We're going to get into pit stop cycles. No, Jacob Answorth in 5th, right back here, pitted on lap 10. So he can go a little bit further than these guys. So when they pit, guess what? Jacob Answorth, oh, the 88 out of fuel.
He's out of fuel out of turn 2, pushed it a little bit too far as our leaders are coming in for their first pit stop.
Aaron Sellers, another mistake. And like I said, Jacob Answorth to the top spot. No, Kel Peterson to the top spot. Kel Peterson stayed out. Is Kel going to have enough fuel to make it back?
Oh, it's going to be tight. And Cale goes, he dips into the access road there. He didn't want to risk it. That sure is hard to turn down that bonus championship point for leading the lap, though.
Yes, it is. But now Jacob Answorth goes right on by, and now he's going to gain a spot or a point. Clarence Norton's going to be scored in 10th.
Oh, and it looks like the number 11 may have had a miscue in the pits. I don't think he had his tires checked on. He's pulling back down the pit road.
Who's that?
Kyle Franklin in the number 11. I don't think he took tires, but he wanted to. He's back down pit road as we speak.
Kyle Franklin looks like he missed his pit stall. No score on his time.
Oh, that's a huge hit for the number 11. And he is taking tires this time by. Jacob Ainsworth with a heck of a fuel run. He took, I believe he took fuel earlier in the race here, like you were saying, Adam. I know there was a handful of drivers that took a splash and go during one of those early cautions.
And as you can see here, Eric Johnson did take tires, and he's there to Jacob Ainsworth. That's going to give him the lap back. Jacob Ainsworth needs to race him as hard as he can.
The 18 battling the car out of turn 4 right there. Going to get a little side draft and pinch the 74 down and make the pass stick. Whew, that was a moment. He had a hold of the wheel with both hands right there, Adam.
Wow. See Jacob Ainsworth still in the lead, though. Brian Zimmer way on back there. There's no chance for Zimmer to get this lead and grab a bonus point. But Eric Johnson back on the lead lap. Ryan Fuchs going, or tried to make it around Jacob Ainsworth to grab his lap back. And Kel Peterson, he's way on back there, but he should catch Ainsworth. Charles Wilson with a quiet night.
Up in the P2 spot right now, up 15 spots from the beginning.
Oh,
we've got a car loose
83.
down, 83. That's the 83 of Clarence Norton, possibly coming out of the pits and got on the loud pedal a little too hard. Great job of gathering that car back up by the 83 driver of Clarence Norton.
Whew, man, oh man.
That car was out of shape, Adam.
It was. That thing was sideways.
Mercy. Old Clarence Norton might get the nickname Drift King after that one. He was throwing smoke and everything, putting on a show for the fans. Woo. He kept her pointing straight, though.
As Shaggy would say from Scooby-Doo, like Zoink Scoob.
She's loose. I love it.
Eric Johnson now in 5th as he's trying to run down Tim Freet. Tim Freet, he pitted along with Ronnie Welchel, Charles Wilson, and Jacob Ainsworth on lap 10. So once these guys pit, which will be really, really soon here, Eric Johnson's going to take over the lead. And that's going to put Cale Peterson in 2nd.
Now, speaking on the situation that the 18's in, I've learned this lesson so many times. So he just got his lap back. The old me, before I learned the lesson that I did, I would push and try to get every position. But you have to have a bigger, broader outlook on the race. All of these guys ahead of you are going to eventually pit because they are on an alternate strategy. So you can't just get locked into the guy in front of you. You kind of have to take into consideration what strategy they're on. He's eventually going to take over these spots. He doesn't necessarily have to take them on track, but the strategies will play out and he'll cycle back to the front. So you always have to be aware of what people are doing, as hard as that is sometimes. But yeah, he's in a really good spot right now, and it would be the wrong choice, like I did, to burn your stuff up and try to get those positions on track knowing that they're going to pit.
Absolutely. And, you know, Chase, that's a good point. And to add to that, you really need to be looking out your mirror and watching your gap between the guy that you just pitted with, and you need to maintain that gap. That's the guy you're racing, is the guy you beat on pit road. Like Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson needs to be only concerned with Cale Peterson at this point.
That's exactly right. You kind of get an idea of who's on the similar strategy as you, and that should be your gauge instead of just looking at the car ahead or looking at the leaderboard of who's pitted and who hasn't pitted. You just you really gotta. It's one of those things you just kind of have to learn as you go. It's just that big picture thinking, awareness of who you're actually racing and who is on an alternate strategy or what have you throughout the race. That's a great point, Adam.
And we got Brandon Brock here. Let's take a look here and see who the fastest guys are here. Aaron Sellers, he's in 20th position, though. Ryan Fuchsia's in 19th. Oh, Kyle Franklin up. Now he's got the fastest lap. But I want to take a look. This is what matters here. The fastest of the last 5 lap average. Kyle Franklin in 13th right now. Had a penalty or missed his box or whatever. We'll find out. But Kel Peterson in second with the second fastest lap time. Eric Johnson nowhere to be found on that board.
It almost seems like I think Kyle Franklin pulled down the pits and didn't have his tires checked for the pit stop, because he immediately pulled back down. It probably topped off on a little bit of fuel, but he took tires that second time down. That was a huge mistake, and now he's lighting up the leaderboard with the lap times. He's kind of in catch-up mode now. It's going to be interesting to see if he can make a comeback.
Yeah, we'll see there. Kyle Franklin. He's pushing hard now. He's making a little bit bolder moves, which, he has the right to do so.
Oh, it's go time for the number 11 of Kyle Franklin.
Yes, he's going to have to go.
He's got no time to waste.
And, if I was Kyle, I'd be hoping for a caution. I'm not saying I'd intentionally spin a guy, but if I just so happen to miss my break point.
Yeah, he didn't end up losing a lap. He's only 25 seconds away from the lead, so he's still in the running, but it's definitely go time. That's a big gap to make up to get back in the hunt of the win here.
Yeah, it is, Chase. Yeah, he's got a lot of ground to make up, and he's going to have to push. If this stays green, he's going to have to push every single lap like it's the last lap.
Absolutely, man. That's going to be a tall task, but he's quite the wheelman, so we'll see what he has.
You can see there he's trying to run down Charles Wilson right now. He's got the guys in front of him, but the track's just, it's so technical. Once you get complacent in one corner, it just screws you up the whole next lap. You got to get right back in your groove. I mean, you gotta race the track. You can't race the guys. You mess up and you're messed up.
Oh, 100%, and that's the sneaky nature of Gateway. It just waits until you're comfortable, and then it bites. It doesn't put up a big fight right at the beginning. It's only when you get complacent and comfortable, just like you said, Adam.
Well, check this out. Eric Johnson in the lead. Oh, Kel Peterson was to the bumper of the 18, fighting for the lead, and gets crazy loose out of 4 and has lost a half a second.
He went from the top wall, whispering at the top wall, to whispering to the bottom wall. That was quite the save. My goodness. We've seen some great skill displayed, and we're only a portion through the race here. And these boys are definitely showing up and showing out.
Chase, question, does that hurt the tires when you have a close call like that and get really loose?
Absolutely, because it seemed like he got on the loud pedal. He's like, I'm catching the leader, I'm taking the lead. Got on the loud pedal a little too hard, and that absolutely spins up the rear tires as those RPMs build, and that's just taking life off of the tires. Every rotation of spin, every bit of slip, and you saw it there, Adam. He was gathering that car up and putting wheel into it all the way to the finish line on the front stretch there.
Brenner Brock in third place right now. As you see, Kel Peterson's caught the leader again. Now 2/10 back. So about 2 car lengths.
And I think, like what we always say, oh, excuse me, like we always say, it's one thing to catch somebody, but it's a whole nother game to pass them. I think in these cars, especially with all the power, you can really kind of control what the guy behind you is doing just by where you place your car, and you can make them. Oh, and the 20's loose down the backstretch. They're banging doors.
3 wide.
Oh,
Oh, man.
the wrecking. Oh no! The 18 hardened to the wall. The 1. Oh, we've got some action on the radio here.
Oh my goodness.
Terrible, and we stay green.
That.
We have got to see what happened. It looked like they were just arguing for the same piece of real estate and just got connected. Oh,
let's take a look here. See if we can get it from the chopper cam one more time.
It all started it seemed like it started in turn 1. There was a big checkup that kind of stacked everybody up.
Man, oh man. Kel Peterson forced it 3 wide.
Could we maybe try to roll that back a little bit if we do another replay there? I'm not sure what happened in the middle of turns 1 and 2 there, leading up to that backstretch that got everybody really packed up.
Yeah, let's see if we can adjust that here.
Because going into turns 1 and 2, I think the 18 had about a 3 or 4 tenths lead.
All right, let's do this now. We're going to go back 10 seconds here. I say that. And you see here, Eric Johnson.
Also, it was the 1. Yeah, the 1 got really tight and checked everybody up. And then Kale stayed in the gas and made some room there. Got him to him twice. Oh, man, they was just arguing, little argy-bargy down the backstretch, just arguing for the same piece of real estate, and turned into a pinball machine down the backstretch. That's unfortunate for the 18 and the 1.
Yeah, 18 absolutely destroyed. Had the car to beat.
Whew. That is some serious championship implications also for the 18. I know he was in the top 5, I believe. Some of these competitors up towards the front of the championship race right now are licking their chops. One of the front runners has a miscue there. This is a great opportunity to make up some points. And after all of that action, we stayed green, and Cale Peterson assumes the lead. But hot on his heels is the 3-piece of Brandon Brock with a clean, untouched number 3. He just doing his thing like normal, nice and consistent.
He is drawing him down.
And don't look now, but look who's in third. That silver bullet, number 21, Drew the Serial Killer Coon.
James Watson in 4th, and Jacob Answorth trying to run him down here. Kyle Franklin not really able to make up any ground. They're just too spread out. Kyle Franklin was really hoping for a caution right there. Eric Johnson got off the track immediately, and we stayed green. Go back up front, 0.6 of a second. And closing, Brandon Brock closing in on Kel Peterson. Eric Johnson cannot be happy about that incident there. What do you think?
Boys and girls, it's going to be an interesting post-race review with the crew. I'll tell you what, there might be some fiery words in the pits between the haulers of the 18 and the 20. I'll tell you what, Gateway brings out the craziest situations. What a great track this week has been for the trucks. And now the Gen 4 at Gateway has not disappointed, Adam.
No, it has not. And it's like this every time we come to Gateway. Whether it's in officials or it's in a league, Gateway always brings out the full moon crazies. As we're lap 72 of 115. We're closing in. Yeah, Rob Hamilton can't be happy about that either.
Oh, for sure, man. He was innocent bystander. He got tight. He was, I think he was losing the lap in that situation, just trying to
Race hard
to make
and
it
stay
through.
out,
And
yeah,
he was just trying to gather that truck up. And yeah, there's that 20 would not be denied down the backstretch. He made a little bit of room, and yeah, gave him a couple little doorknobs on the side there. That's good crazy racing right there.
Jacob Answorth trying to do something here with the 78. 78 trying to do something with the 21. It's a really good battle going on right here.
Yeah, and it looks like the 1 and the 18 may be done for the night. They're still in the pits.
They are
getting some repairs done.
74 making the pass on the 78 quite easily. 78 lets them go on by. And we should start seeing some pit stops again.
I will tell you, for being on an alternate strategy, the 74 really seems to be making his strategy work.
Yeah, he is.
Really making some really good headway through the pack here. He's up to P4 and really charging these guys down as the 21's really getting out of shape. This last lap here is struggling with those tires. Hang on to it, Silver Bullet there. That 74 is putting the pressure on him. He could feel it. Speaking of pressure, that number 3 piece is slowly clicking away at the 20's lead here.
And
just
check this out.
0.5 of a second back.
Check this out, Chase. We've got the wins here on the board. Brandon Brock got 1 win, Kyle Franklin 2. Jacob Answorth now on that separate strategy, that different strategy, up in 4th. He can grab another win.
I'm very interested to see how these strategies play out, especially now that we've had a couple really good green flag runs under our belt here. There's a lot of different takes on how to get to the checkered flag tonight.
Yes, there is. You can see Brandon Brock trying to do everything he can to catch Kel Peterson, but we're going to get in the pit stops here very shortly. Drew Coon back here now battling with the 74. 74's caught him. About 2 car lengths back. Car length and a half back now.
I'm glad you brought it up too, the green flag pit stops. Just like the first round of them, we could see how it could go really wrong or really right. We saw a couple drivers really make up some headway on track just from hitting the pit road just
Yes.
right. And we also saw a couple of unfortunate drivers make some miscues, and you can see how that puts you way behind. Just one small mistake could really, really affect your race, Adam.
Yes, it could, Chase. We definitely saw some leapfrogging there. People that were really brave, you know, hitting that access road with a lot more speed than the guy in front of them, and they're able to leapfrog a couple of spots. As we see Drew Kuhn out there now. Down pit road. Brandon Brock also committed now. That's going to put Kel Peterson still out there. James Watson. And guess who's back in second? Jacob Answorth.
That 74 is really making it work, man, and he's led a pretty good chunk of laps also with that alternate strategy.
Yeah, you can see there he's led 8 laps.
Yeah, and with the tricky pit road entrance and exit, it's almost just, it comes down to how much do you want to risk to make some gains going in and coming out, because this track is tricky even in the grippiest part of the track and the corners and everything. And I can only imagine how crazy and wild loose it is in these cars on the access roads there with no rubber and a lot of dirt and dust.
What are you talking about? I guarantee you it's crazy. Like I said a moment ago, Chase, you know, the guys that are really pushing the envelope were really making up some really good spots, a whole lot of spots. You know, if they were daring to enter the pits faster than the next guy.
Oh, absolutely, man. And that's one of those things, you just got to send it or end it.
That's right. Ryan Fuchs trying to grab a lap back here. And that's going to do it. It's going to put Fuchs back on the lead lap. Now he's like, caution, caution, caution. That's what I need. Actually, I think he's still... Right. No, he's only down 1 lap now.
Yeah, that's correct. After that last round of pit stops, that put him 2 laps. So he got 1 lap back. But he is the lead car. He is the first car a lap down, so if there was a caution to come, it'd be pretty good for him, because I believe he would get the lucky dog wave around for being the lead, lead car a lap down.
Brendan Brock now being scored in 8th after that pit stop cycle. He's made his bed. It's done for tonight. No more pit stops out of these guys. Jacob Answorth, Brian Zemer, Charles Wilson, Ronnie Wilchel, Tim Freet. These guys still need to pit one more time. You can see Zemer right there. And Wilson. Jacob Answorth still out front, though. Pit stop should be happening soon. It's going to put Answorth out there 30 laps longer than these other guys.
Man almighty.
Last pitted on lap 50. These guys pitted on lap 80.
With 30 laps to go, do you think Jacob Ainsworth can make it to the end, Adam?
Ooh, you know, I don't think he can make it to the end, Chase, but I don't think he's got to take a full tank of fuel. I think he can take just what he needs.
So he might do the splash and go just to make it to the end?
I think so.
Just on the gap that he's made? Man, that is...
Well, see, he pitted for fuel on lap 10. That already put him ahead of the game, and so now he's able to go further those next 2 pit cycles where the other guys didn't. So now he's got to get another splash and go, and he's good.
man, this is an interesting play by the 74, and it also looks like this the 57 of Charles Wilson is on the same exact strategy as the 74.
Yes, sir, he is.
Only about 10 seconds back, 9 or 10 seconds back from the lead here.
And Kel Peterson is 3/4 of a lap back from Jacob Answorth right now. That's quite a bit. If Jacob Answorth goes in, doesn't get any tires, just gets fuel only, it's going to be really, really close.
Adam, they just might make this work, and talk about a gamble.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really close. I don't think they can make it all the way, though. We got 28 laps to go. I don't see them making it.
They are on lap 38 of this stint. That is really going to be stretching it, Adam. That's really going to be stretching it.
Yeah, I just don't think it's possible to make it. But you know what? We'll see.
Oh, just as we speak, the 74 coming down. He's going to get topped off with fuel and possibly tires here to make it to the end for sure.
And we'll watch this here. 74, very ballsy getting in. We're going to see, does he take fuel only, or is he going to take some tires?
Charles Wilson, yep. And in the 57 bringing it down. Yeah, he's on the same. They are on the same exact strategy. I am extremely interested to see if this works. This was not on my radar at all as a strategy, but these guys are right in the hunt for the win.
Jacob Answorth's going to take some tires here.
As Cale Peterson and the three-piece of Brandon Brock take over the first and second spots. He only took 2.
Jacob Answorth takes 2 tires and gets out in 6th.
Oh, that is going to be a loose race car, Adam.
Yes, sir, it is. I did not think I'd see. Actually, I could have promised you I wouldn't have seen any 2-tire stops. Not in these cars.
Not in these cars, man. That is 100% right. These cars don't need much convincing to get loose, rather than change the stagger setup on the tires by only taking the outside 2.
Absolutely. And let's see here. We're going to see the fastest 5 of 5. Brandon Brock, faster than Peterson. Kyle Franklin still giving her all she's got, Captain. Definitely faster than these boys. Fastest last lap. Kel Peterson nowhere to be found. Brandon Brock faster. Brandon Brock closing in 1.5 seconds with 24 laps to go. Definitely possible to catch him. But can he pass him? How aggressive will Peterson be? How aggressive will Brock be? And what's Tim Freet pits? That's going to put Drew Kuhn in 3rd. Going to put James Watson in 4th. And Jacob Answorth in 5th. Let's check on Jacob Answorth here. See how loose he really is. On board here with Jacob Answorth.
Oh, yeah. Looked very, very free on entry there. He's doing a great job on exit, being gentle with the throttle, but looks like he's struggling entering the corners while he's on the brakes, and maybe even a downshift. I'm not sure. Now he's keeping it. He's keeping it in 4th, letting her roll.
I mean, I know the guy's brave and all, Chase, but there ain't no way you could take 2 tires and downshift. Huh.
Ooh. That's just, yeah, that's a recipe for disaster, Adam. I'm going to be honest with you. It felt wrong even saying it.
I'd have already been upside down if I was in that situation.
Oh, me and you both, man.
Going up here now, Brandon Brock, only 1.2 seconds, 1.1 second now. on board with Brandon Brock. Only one car separates him from the 20. Brandon Brock loose. Less than a second away. Drew Kuhn, 12 seconds. 13 seconds back from Brandon Brock. He's nowhere in contention for another position to be gained. Go back here. Rob Harley, Brian Zemer battling it out here. A good old-fashioned battle right here. We've seen them many a times. Hartley and Zemer battling for position. Neither one of them give an inch. Neither one of them give an inch, and that's what we like to see.
That's exactly the style of racing we have here at the Outcast Motorsports iRacing League, man. Hard nose, fight for every inch. I love it. We're under 20 laps to go here, and it seems like everybody's put all the cards down on the table, and it seems to be that looks like Brandon Brock, Cale Peterson, and Drew Kuhn are holding on to the top 3 spots here. Worked their strategies out. It almost seemed like those guys that had that alternate strategy were praying for a caution late in their run to kind of have that tire and fuel advantage to make it to the end.
Oh, yes.
That would have worked great, but that was quite the gamble, 100%.
Well, Brandon Brock must have had some kind of moment, because now he's 1.4 seconds back. Got it down to 7/10, and now he's back up double that.
That's that risk versus reward we were talking about, entering the pits and now getting kind of deep into a stint here. Do you think Brandon Brock may have taken a little bit too much out of his tires? Do you think it just was a 1 or 2 corner mistake there, Adam?
I think it was a 1 or 2 corner mistake, to be honest with you. I haven't really seen him over push. I think he just got in the corner a little bit too much. I saw him do it 2 times in a row. Lost a lot of ground. But
he's just riding the edge. Yeah, maybe he took just a little step too far going into a corner or something. Because I'm riding along with him now, and his speed looks great. Doesn't look like anything's too wrong. Let's see if he can gather it back up and start making a charge forward.
Kyle Franklin now taking over the 5th spot here from the 78. Great comeback from the 11. This is what he needs for the points.
Over 20 seconds back, and he's trimmed it over 25 seconds back behind the leaders, and he's trimmed it to 18.5 seconds. That's a heck of a job from the number 11 driver.
Yes, it is. And he's got Jacob Answorth in his sights, but I don't know, Jacob Answorth's doing pretty good with that 2-tire stop chase.
I am extremely surprised at how well he's been able to hold his own, taking that 2 tires, but maybe that'll pay off a little bit less later in the run as those inside tires get a little tired on him. He's holding his own though. I got mad respect for the gamble. He's making it work. He's still holding steady in 4th position. He's well in the top 5. That's not a bad call. Gutsy call.
Brandon Brock, 1.6 seconds steal from Cale Peterson. Cale battling with the 57. Now 1.7 seconds separate the top 2. Go back here and check on Hartley and Zemer. They're still battling. About 3 car lengths separate the 2. Charles Wilson battling here with the leader. Charles very strong here. Just doesn't have the position that he needs to gain some spots. He's up there all by himself. Nobody to race with except the leader, but you know, we'll take it. Definitely slowing Kel down. Brock's actually closing in a little bit.
And the 57's he's not gonna be denied. I love it. The Army brat's getting the elbows out there and takes the spot, gets that lap back. Kale loose out of turn 4 there.
Yep. Charles Wilson with the mind games. And check out this cat right here, Clarence Norton, in the 10th spot, man. He's impressive run tonight by Mr. Norton. And Shannon Donington 11th and Dalton Hall 12th. Great run by these guys.
Awesome complete race by these guys, and even with Norton having a couple of moments out of the exit of the corners, he's really recovered well, and he's got that mind determination, that the focus to be able to lock back in and not dwell on the past mistakes. You lock back in, and yeah, he's well on his way to a top 10 in his maiden voyage here with the Outcast crew.
And it looks like Jacob Answorth is 2.2 seconds back from Drew Kuhn. That's quite a ways. Do you think we're going to see a late race caution here, though?
I would almost bet on it, Adam. The way that these cars are dancing around, and now we're on old tires, it's very, very easy to do. As we see looks like the 3 washed way up the track in 1 and 2. He's giving it everything she needs, everything she wants.
Kuhn now with clean air. I mean, he's got 13 seconds till he gets to Brock. That's not going to be possible with only 9 laps to go. And Brandon Brock's now closed the gap to 0.6 of a second. He's almost back up to Kel Peterson. Man, he has tried and tried and tried to get up to him. He's gained, he's lost, he's gained, he's lost. He's done it over the past 30 laps.
I really think I see what the 3 is doing. I don't think he's making mistakes. I think he's testing out different lines and seeing what works and what doesn't. It almost looks like he's found the secret sauce here at the end of the race. I don't know, 8 laps to go, 7 laps to go. It's gonna be tough, but he's got to put together the best 6 laps of his life and hopefully make a move at the end here.
Yeah, it's gonna take a miracle to get to him, though. Kel Peterson's
Yes,
still pretty fast. You check right here. Charles Wilson, boy, he's booking it.
Amen. 34-16. He got his lap back and he took off from the leaders. The 57 has got some juice tonight, man.
The 3 with a moment. The 3 lost everything. Over 2 seconds now between him and Kel Peterson. It's all over with for the 3.
Oh, man. Just was trying to ride the knife's edge of grip, and that all but gives it away unless there's something that shakes the race up here, Adam.
Yeah, a caution comes out here with only just a few laps to go. Will definitely reset the field. Kyle Franklin, man, great rally back from Kyle in the 5th spot. Although he will not catch Jacob Answorth unless he has a moment. As you see up ahead, Jacob Answorth had a moment. That's brought Kyle right at 2 seconds now.
With the laps dwindling down, he's really going to have to dig in and make up a pretty good amount of time to get to the rear bumper of the 74 on 2 tires at that. He's done an excellent job of maintaining the speed, however he's doing it. He's trying everything he can to chase down the 21 Silver Bullet of Drew Kuhn up there in third spot in the last step of the podium there. He's letting her all hang out.
Yep, Jacob Answorth got it down to 0.7 of a second from Drew Kuhn. I don't know. I don't think he's got enough time.
Oh, that 74 is diving it into the corners, boy. I can't believe he's driving it that deep into the corner on 2 tires. He's making it work. He's gaining on him.
Jacob Answorth now 0.3 from the 21.
Oh, buddy, here we go. 1 lap to go. Let's see what the 74's got in his back pocket here. Let's see if the 21 Silver Bullet can hang on.
Coming to 1 to go.
As the 20's here taking a white flag lap.
Kel Peterson going down into 1 and 2 for the final time. Down the backstretch, Brandon Brock's not going to have anything for him. He did rally back to a 1.1 second gap. Kel Peterson coming out of 4 for the final time. He's going to capture the flag here at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
And the 74 of Jacob Ainsworth makes it work, gets the pass done on Drew Kuhn for 3rd spot. Around the outside, coming to the white. What an awesome race, boys.
Not sure how he did it. Kyle Franklin there getting him a bump. Ronnie Welchel giving him a bump there. Congratulatory bumping. That's what we're about here in the Outcast League.
And the number 20 is going to burn him down. Giving the fans what's left of those tires, that's right.
What a great race tonight.
Oh yeah, man. We've got a lot to talk about. The chat is lighting up. Thank you guys all for being a part of all this and watching the action. That was something else, man. Action, speed, drama, high horsepower. It doesn't get better than that.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can't get our 3rd place finisher in here. Jacob Answorth, Glad Dad and Chase in the booth. You got us.
Woo! How you guys doing?
Man, we were watching. Well, we were watching you try to catch the 21. Looks like you did on the last lap. Was able to make that pass happen to get into that 3rd position.
He was fast. I think he just had a moment, and I just took that opportunity. That's really all it was. We were both pushing real hard, and our tires were both giving out. I just think he had the worst moment out of the two of us. We definitely got loose at the same time.
Well, I'm not sure. I know Chase is going to ask you, but I'm going to ask you first. What were you thinking taking a 2-tire stop there at the end? That's kind of ballsy, sir. And I'm like, oh man, he's done messed himself up now. But you didn't lose any speed.
I actually noticed during practice that after a full stint, I hadn't even gone through 5% of the left sides. So I just left the same left sides on there the whole race. I only did rights, both stops.
Oh wow, Chase, are you hearing this?
My boy Jacob doing the 2-tire tap dance, man. That is some slick stuff, dude. We couldn't believe it because we didn't even notice the first stop that you took too. We saw you do that and we were like, oh my gosh, this is flirting with disaster. It's blowing my mind that you didn't take lefts the whole time, dude, and you were hooked up. I seen you hanging around the outside, and it almost looked like you got a little loose, which took the air off of Drew's car, and it got him wicked loose. It was a heck of a move, man. That was awesome.
Racing him is so much. He's awesome to race against. He's fast, and really being able to pass him without, putting the bumper to him, so to speak. It's a lot of fun racing with all these guys, but Drew definitely gave me his best shot, and I gave him my best shot this race. That was something words can't really describe,
Well, yeah, man, 100% fast but fair, hard-nosed racing but clean. That's what we're aiming for out here, and 100% you'll get that from the 21 car every time. I agree. I've raced against him myself, and that's the same thing. He won't give much, but he gives just enough. It's a cool thing to be out there, and man, it was something to watch you guys go at it there at the end of the race. I was like, it's the white flag. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I was looking at the gap and looking at the laps, and I'm like, well, I've got one chance at this, so got to take it while I can.
Well, you guys put. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. I know if I hold back at all with Drew, I'm not gonna have a chance. He's too fast. He's too good.
Oh yeah, man. Well, you guys put on a heck of a show. We really appreciate it. That was awesome. Go ahead and hit us with all the people that keep your wheels rolling, all your support and all your sponsors and everything, man.
Oh, well, of course I gotta mention my fiance who was in the room with me a moment ago. She's really, really supportive of this, and it's always awesome to see her come in after the end of each one of these races and say nice job or something or other. And of course Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Serta Simmons. All these sponsors. We've got Jackie Jones, we've got J&M Group, Robert Ballscrew, Auto America. All these guys. Just being able to do this and being able to race with these guys, I gotta thank everyone who makes it possible, and that includes you too. You guys do an amazing job up there, and I'm just down here. I'm just the guy on camera. You're the one that makes it entertaining, both of you.
That's awesome words, man. We really appreciate that, and we enjoy it. You guys put on a great show, and this was a good way to cap off the last couple weeks too. You did a great job last week at Watkins Glen, man. You really put on a clinic out there, so you're really getting your groove on at the right time in the season to gain some points and make a charge for it.
Doing my best. It's definitely not what I'm used to being where I am in these championship standings. It's I'm still adjusting to having that EOL at the beginning of the race. That was definitely difficult initially, but man, racing these guys. Even the guys who may be a little bit slower on pace than I am, or a little bit slower on pace than other people. These guys, they're all super respectful. They're all super great to race with, and like once we started getting people laps down, and people were just letting each other by, no problem. There was a lot of communication between drivers, and I always love to see that, and I'm always happy to be a part of something like that.
Amen, brother. Well said.
All right, Jacob, well, good. Get out of here, and we're going to get in the second place driver. And have a good one, sir.
Yeah, you both do the same. Thank you.
Great job, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, let's grab this cat in here. That was just one spot short of the win tonight. Brandon Brock finishes in the second spot. Brandon, Glatdad, and Chase in the booth. You got us.
I think your mic.
Oh, sorry,
mic-
sorry.
Brandon
There
Brock.
you go.
Brandon
Yep.
Brock.
Oh,
That's it.
Sorry,
there he
sorry
is.
guys, I was muted.
Ding dong. Yeah.
Hello? Hello? No.
Brandon, man, good times tonight. We saw you struggle there late in the runs, pretty much at every stint. I mean, you were loose at the end of those runs. You got close to Cale a few times, and then just got really, really loose behind him, and lost all that ground. But you ended up second. I mean, yeah, one spot
Yeah.
short, but we'll take it.
Yeah, just keep the consistency. I believe this should still be the points lead, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it is. Unless Cale knocked me off. But I mean, she was slick out here. I mean, it was a loose setup to begin with. Then add like 80, 84 track temp. It's going to be even worse. So everybody was fighting the same thing. And yeah, that last run, I was trying to just to get as good of an exit as I could. Just try to keep it as straight as possible and just go. But by the end of it, I just lit the rears up too much, and it was just, with about 5 to go, there was no grip left. But yeah, I was letting it all hang out. I'm sure if I take a screenshot, it's going to be exactly the same image as Tuesday. Just letting it all hang out sideways,
That's right. Chase, you got anything for Mr. Brock?
Yeah, man, just a tip of the cap. Just like you said, very well said. You left it out all out on the track. You did everything you could, and you can't shake a stick at P2. That's not a bad finish at all. Great points. You were clean all race, which is great for the championship. But yeah, I could kind of see you. I was watching you on that last run, kind of later in the run there, chasing Cale down, or trying to chase him down. And I saw you working some different lines, trying to find the speed. You did everything you could, and that's racing, man. But I got a lot of respect. Yeah, just you kind of diverting from like your preferred line just to try. You know what I mean? It's you did everything you could, man, and that's just one of them
I felt
things.
like sorry for interrupting there. In 1 and 2, I felt like I could kind of run anywhere. I think I preferred the bottom, but if I had to, slide up top and then try to get a run off the corner, I felt like I could. 3 and 4, I was more inner low and just try to hold it down there. A lot of guys were going high and then arcing down. I did that a few times, but I think I prefer just hugging the inside there. It seemed like if I hit it right, I was gaining a little bit there. So I like that it was a multi-group track. You could kind of make any line work,
Definitely, man. Yeah. Well, dude, go ahead and hit us with your shout-outs. You know how it rolls up here. You're a regular. You've been having some good runs these past couple weeks, so you do your thing and let us know who your support is and all your sponsors and everything.
Yep. As always, you guys for broadcasting this. Outcast, man. These guys are the competition, man. I know I got to work hard for this. That's why I put in so much practice time. You got to be on your A game if you want to compete with these guys. So hats off to all these guys in this league. Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Auto America, Serta Simmons, LuLaRoe, Roberts Ball Screw, J&M Group, Jackie Jones, and check out Drew Kuhn with Pinnacle Wraps. All of our league sponsors that just let us drive fake race cars online. It's a good fun. It's a good distraction from the real world for a couple hours. And yeah, I think that's all I got. Oh, and the viewers that keep tuning into this.
Absolutely. All right, Brandon, we'll get out of here and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Take it easy, buddy.
Yep. Cheers.
All right, let's grab Mr. Peterson in here. Kel Peterson,
Hey.
Glad Dad, and Chase in the booth. You got us.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Man, great win tonight.
Thank you.
We saw a little tangle up there between you, Eric, and Rob. What you walk us through what happened?
Yeah, I'm not really sure yet. I really don't know. It seemed like 3 wide, and then all of a sudden we were all kind of squeezed together. So I'm excited to go through that through instant review. I feel bad winning that way, taking the leader out. That's not the way I like to win. But yeah.
Well, it's going to boost you up there in the points, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Winning that race. And I'm not sure who got the fastest lap and led the most laps. I guess we'll see that on the points once the admins get that updated for us. But Chase, you got anything for our guy, Mr. Kel Peterson?
Hey, I'm going to give you a rough time with a nickname, dude. The Pinball Wizard, because you're a pro. But, yeah, man, that close, little tangle up there. But just like Brandon was saying, man, the competition is at an all-time high now that everybody is really getting on point with their strategies. And now it's coming down to a little bit of argy-bargy. Everybody's arguing for some space on the track, and this is the high caliber racing that you get when guys are really pushing the limit and getting on their A game and stuff. So that is how it works out sometimes, but we all know that nothing out here is intentional. We're all bros, so that's the vibe we like to roll with. But these things happen in racing, so I don't want you to beat yourself up too much, but I'm going to give you a little bit of rough time. I'm going to call you the Pinball Wizard here for a little while.
That's
but
all
great
right with
race,
me.
man. Yeah, great race. You stayed consistent, and you worked out your strategy and everything, and you battled through the pack. I know you started a little bit further back, but just kind of walk us through how you were managing everything and keeping it up towards the front and just a slow pace. So yeah, just take us through it.
Yeah, the biggest thing was any time you had to pass, you almost had to overheat your tires to get it done. And the key for me was just making sure the next couple laps cool them right back down. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with that heat the whole time. And so it's just better to take off some lap time, cool them back down, and then get back in a rhythm.
That's great, man. If any of you viewers out there that are on iRacing or racing real life, get your notebook out and listen to what that man just said. If you're racing hard to get a position, you have to be mindful of that and don't just charge on at that speed. You got to always be in tune with the car, what you're putting it through, and then also give it a little bit of break when you have a chance also. That's a really good point, brother. I'll hand it back to you, Adam.
Yeah, Kel, just really good run tonight. I mean, you stayed pretty much in the top 5 the entire run.
Yep.
So,
Felt
hats off
like
to
one
you.
of my better runs, that's for sure. Thank you.
Well, you got any sponsor shout-outs you want to give, and we'll get you down to Victory Lane, also known as post-race review.
Yes, sir. I'd like to start out with Georgia Mountain Fairground. Always putting on a great show for us. LuLaRoe by Tammy Litweiler. Sorry, I'm blanking here. Auto America, Grand Island. Robert's Ball Screw in Grand Island as well. J&M Group Industrial Services. Jackie Jones, Chrysler Dodge and Jeep. And Serta Simmons Betting, the #1 for this run. Thank you guys for putting up the money to run this Gen 4 series. It's a lot of fun. And thank you guys.
Yes, sir. And we'll catch you in 2 weeks at Darlington. Take it easy, buddy.
All right. Thank you guys.
All right, look there on your screen. You got the top 3 here in the race podium. Kel Peterson first, Brandon Brock second, and Jacob Answorth Let's get that there, and we're going to go ahead and do the race results for everyone so everybody can see. Kel Peterson in first. Brandon Brock just a little shy in second. Jacob Answorth, last lap pass to pick up third. Past Drew Kuhn, who's going to bring it home in fourth. Kyle Franklin, nice rally back from him in fifth. James Watson, sixth. Rob Hartley, seventh. Brian Ziemer, eighth. Charles Wilson, ninth. Shannon Donington, 10th. Clarence Norton, his first time out, in 11th. Ryan Fuchs, 12th. Steve Giberson, 13th. Tim Freet, 14th. Ronnie Welchel, 15th. Rob Williams, 16th. Dalton Hall, 17th. Aaron Sellers, 18th. Josh Newman, 19th. And Jordan Massey in 20th. And let's see if we can get this up here. Yes, after race 5, we're looking here at the standings. Kyle Franklin still in the lead. Brandon Brock, 3 back in second. Jacob Answorth in third, only 10 points back. Eric Johnson to 4th. Charles Wilson 5th. Drew Kuhn goes from 10th to 6th in the points, tied with Shannon Donington. Joshua Newman in 8th. James Watson 9th, and Brian Ziemer is now 10th. Man, what an awesome race tonight, Chase. Thank you for joining me. And if you got any shout outs you want to give, I'll close this puppy out.
Oh, yeah, man. Appreciate the old lady letting me do this, hang out. Appreciate the big man upstairs keeping me safe so I can hang out with the boys and watch this action and this drama from today. And, yeah, last but not least, you and all the hard work you put into this and let me be a part of it and come up here and cut up and have some fun.
Absolutely, my friend. Yeah, thank you for joining me in the booth. It has been simply stimply having you, having you up here, man. And I want to thank my wife and kids for watching this Twitch stream. You know, show me all that support. I appreciate it. I do this almost every night, and I enjoy every single time I get on here and get to broadcast for you folks. I want to go ahead and thank our series sponsors: Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, LuLaRoe by Tammy, Serta Simmons Bedding, J&M Group, Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Roberts Ball Screw Repair Services, Pinnacle Wraps, and Auto America. I want to thank each and every one of you fans join us here in the Twitch channel tonight. I saw, I think, 46 people in here at one time. So
all right.
Fantastic turnout. And you guys are the reason we're here doing this each and every Tuesday and Thursday night. We will not be here next week as it is Thanksgiving week. So, but we will be back here 2 weeks for Darlington Throwback Week. Hopefully we can get some good paint schemes going. Anyway, this is Glad Dad here with Simply Stimply, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. You guys take it easy, stay fast, stay clean, and as always, it's okay to be an outcast. Catch you guys later. Good night.
Love y'all.